Hi everyone, good evening. So let me share my screen first. I hope it's visible to you now. My screen is visible to you now, right? Yes, visible. And so this is the document. Yes. So we have regular expressions in JavaScript. We discussed the test method and we discussed special characters and also discussed the set functionality and also discussed the count. So we can use the count also. Now it's time to please share the document. Okay. Let me share the document. So this is the document. So I hope you got it. So this is, yes, the course content which we have to discuss. Pop-up boxes, reserved words, closures and callbacks. Okay. So I think this callback function is not, we didn't discuss about it. Callbacks, right? So we didn't discuss this callbacks function, I think. Isn't it? So this is one of the key concept. I will show you an example. I will explain it by using an example. So we have different kinds of functions. Those are accepts. Another function as an argument. So based on a function, we can call to another function by using its argument. For example, I'm going to open the console window here. So this is the console. From here, I'm going to use a set interval function. So remember everyone, I'm going to use a function here that is where greet. I just used a greet function here. I'm using a greet function, and so what we are going to get in this, so we are going to return a statement. So return a statement that is good evening. So we just used the good evening. This is one of the string we are going to return from this greet function. So I'm going to use a set timeout function. So we have set timeout function in JavaScript. It accepts two parameters. The first one is callback and the second one is number of seconds we are going to execute the function. So I'm going to use greet. So greet is a function that is a callback. That means we are calling to the greet function here. And I'm going to use 5000 seconds or 5000 milliseconds. That means 5 seconds, not 5000 seconds, it's a milliseconds. So we are using 5000 here. So this is the callback. That means we are calling to another function that is greet. So this is the greet function, right? So we are calling to this function. So let me execute this. So we are able to see 3 here, but we didn't get any kind of return statement. Yes, let me use the parenthesis for this. I'm going to copy this set timeout function and paste it, and I'm going to use functional braces or parenthesis, not braces. These are the parentheses. So refuse to evaluate a string as JavaScript because unsafe eval is not an allowed source of script in the following content security policy directive. Script SRC. Okay, don't worry. So let me use the console.log statement. It is better. So where greet equals to, I'm going to use a function. So in that I'm going to use a console.log statement, console.log, and I'm going to use hello everyone. Right, so this is the statement which we are going to print, that is hello everyone. We are using console.log statement here. So I'm going to use setTimeout function again. So in that setTimeout function I will call the greet. So greet is a function and I'm going to use 2000 milliseconds. That means 2 seconds. So let me execute. Now we are able to see 4. Now we are able to see hello everyone. So we are displaying this information by calling to another function. Because we used greet here, so we are calling to that function when we are going to use this setTimeout. So this is callback. So let me execute. Now after 2 seconds we are able to see this. So we are able to get the count also, because how many times we are using setTimeout function, the count will be visible here. So this is 4 and 5. And once let me use the setTimeout function again. Now we are able to see 6 here. 4, 5, 6. So this is the count of setTimeout function executed. So here we are able to see hello everyone after 2 seconds. We are getting this hello everyone statement from another function, that is greet. So we are calling to that function to display that information. So this is very minute example. So we can have number of examples by doing this. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? A callback. Yes, it's clear. Yes, it's clear. Callback is nothing but, yes, once again explain. Yes, definitely. So let me remove all the stuff and again use this. So we are using where greet function. This is a function. So this is a function and we have a statement in it. That is, we are printing the statement, that is hello everyone, console.log and hello everyone. We are using this. And here we are using setTimeout function. Again we are calling to the greet function. So greet is the function here. This is a callback. That means we are calling to this function. We are calling to this function and we can able to return this value based on this time interval. Callback is nothing but in one function we are going to call another function. setTimeout is one function and greet is another function. So we are calling this greet function from the setTimeout function. So this is callback. We are calling to that function and we are able to see the result. Is that clear, Durga Vasu? Can you explain it once? Yes. Yes. So it's better to take real-time examples. That's also fine. That is also one of the real-time example. So no. It's better to do a task. So we will provide you a task. You have to do that. So for example, what kind of tasks we are going to do? So do you have idea on perfect number? What is a perfect number? Anyone? How we are going to calculate a perfect number? So let me Google it for this. Perfect number. Yes, perfect number. So perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its proper divisors. The smallest perfect number is 6 which is sum of 1, 2, 3. So that means the perfect number is nothing but the number of divisors, not the number of, the sum of all the divisors of it. The sum of all the divisors. That is called a perfect number. So what we have to do, so you have to calculate a perfect number. So I would like to, use the perfect number logic here. So I'm going to create where perfect number. So perfect number is a function. It accepts an argument. So that is n. So we have to use a for loop here, and I'm going to use for I equals to 0, I less than equals to n by 2. Alright, this is fine, n by 2, that's okay. And I'm going to use I plus plus. So here why we are using this for loop and this division? So because we need not to check all the numbers of it. So for example, we have, let me take an example, that is 6. So we have to start with 1. We have to check from 1. So when we are going to check with the 1, so we need not to check all the numbers until the given number is reached. For example, 6 is there, right? So we need not to check 1 to 6. We can check 1 to 3. That is enough. So that is the reason I'm using this one. Okay. So now in this, what we have to do, so we have to do one thing. We have to use a sum. Sum equals to 0. Initially sum equals to 0, and I'm going to increment the sum value here by using if condition. If n modulus I equals to 0, then we have to increment the sum value. So that is sum plus equals to I. So we have to do this, right? Sum plus equals to I. So finally, if sum equals to the number, then that is the perfect number. Alright. So I'm going to use if sum equals to the number, that is n, then we have to return true. Return true. So we just used this. So this is the perfect number logic. So it's better to use the round method for this, because sometimes we will get some kind of decimal numbers. So let me use round method. By using round method, we can avoid the decimal numbers, decimal values. So let me execute. Now this is undefined, but what is the function here? That is perfect number. So I'm going to use perfect number, and I'm going to pass 6 as the value. So reference error, round is not defined. Yes, round is not defined. Yes, we have to use math.round. Yes. So math is one of the library. So we have to use math.round. Math.round. And yes, that's fine. And now re-execute it, and I'm going to use perfect number of 6. Now this is true. So what is the next perfect number? So let me take an example from Google. So that is perfect number. Perfect number example. So 6, 28, 496. Let me use 48 here. No, 28. So perfect number of 28. and that is true. So again, I'm going to use 27. So that is undefined. So because we did not mention any kind of statement here, so that is the reason we have to use the else statement also. So else, what we have to do, we have to return false. Return false. So we just implemented this logic, the perfect number logic here. So let me copy this once, remove entire stuff and paste it again. So this is the perfect number logic here. So we just used the perfect number. So we are going to equal the number of divisors of a specific number. We are calculating the sum of it. If the sum is equals to the given value, that is the perfect number, as we know. So now it's time to check another condition. So that is a prime number. So all the perfect numbers are not prime numbers, right? So 28 is not a prime number. Yes. 6 is also not a prime number. Okay. So we write this logic. Absolutely, that's fine. And here, what we are going to do this, we are creating another function. So we are going to create another function that is even. I'm going to create is even. I'm going to create another function that is even. So we know the is even function logic. So we have to use a parameter that is n here, and I'm going to use a condition. If n modulus 2 equals to 0, that is even. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to check the even rule here. So I'm going to use a return statement, return true. Otherwise, in else part, we need to implement another condition, that is return false. So we just created two functions here. The first one is perfect number, and the next one is even, is even. So we created two functions. Let me check the even condition here, that is even, and I'm going to pass 3, that is false. All right, next I'm going to use is even, and I'm going to use 5 is also false. 4, that is true. That's fine. So we created two functions. These two functions absolutely working fine. And now this is the final function for doing callbacks. So again, I'm going to create another function, that is final result. I'm going to use final result equals to, this is also another function. Here I'm going to pass a parameter, that is n again. So I'm going to use if condition. If is even of n. All right. If is even of n. In that, I'm going to check another condition. Again, if perfect number, that is perfect number of n, in that I'm going to use another if condition, return the number. So what is that number? So n. So we are going to return n. All right. So this is all about it. And if that is not even number, so that is not a perfect number, what we have to do? We have to use else statement here. That is else. And here we are going to use return statement again. In that return statement, I am going to use even but not perfect. This one. So this else statement is for this if condition. Similarly, we have to implement the else statement for the final if condition, this one. All right. So how many statements are there? This is the else part and this is the if condition. So again we have to use else statement for this if condition, and we have to return a statement that is not an even number. So we are using three functions here together. We are using three functions. The first function is for checking the perfect number or not, and second one is for checking is even. If you observe this, here we are using multiple functions together. So we already implemented these functions. So we are calling to these functions. First one is even, and the next one is perfect number. We are making two calls to these two functions. So these are called as callbacks. So we are sending calls to the specific functions here. Very similar to this, when we are going to execute, that is the final result. I'm going to use final result. So if I'm going to use 6, so 6 is the perfect number. That is the reason we are able to see the 6 as a result. And similarly, I'm going to use final result of 14. 14 is a even number, but this is not a perfect number. So even but not a perfect. Again, I'm going to use final result. In that, I'm going to pass 17. 17 is not an even number, right? So we can get not an even number. So this is how we are going to send calls to a specific function. So we are calling to is even and is perfect number. So based on that, we are returning the values like this. Is that clear, everyone? Sum equals to sum plus 1, where number equals to n. Yes. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. So respond everyone. So if you are facing any kind of issue or any kind of query, so you can ask, show me the code for perfect number. Okay, this Sahiti. So show me the code for the perfect number. Definitely. So this is the code for the perfect number. Clear? Yes. Sir, what math.round function is doing? So math is a predefined constructor. We have few functions in it. So round is one of the function in that. So for example, so when we have the value like 4.5, if you want to get the round value, so we have to use math.round function, and we have to pass the parameter, that is 4.5. Now this is the round value, that is 5. So we can get the round value. For example, I'm going to use 4.3 here, that is 4. Let me use 4.4, that is also 4. So this is the round value for this decimal value. That means round figure. So we can simply say this as round figure value for this 4.4. Okay, it is used for, yes. Okay, sir, clear, thank you. Okay. So, and closures already completed, right? Closures completed. So type conversion is also completed. JavaScript object, keyword new also discussed. Access object properties, that is also fine. This keyword in JavaScript, we already discussed about it. Using an object constructor. Okay, we will discuss about it also. Adding method to, and it is also discussed. We added a method. So define array, different ways of array, the array declaration. So populating an array, it means iterating. Find an index in array, yes. Properties and methods, we already discussed of arrays. So define a string declaration, use of string single quote, and yes, I will explain it later. So yes, we have to discuss about math and its functions. Okay. Date components and formatting dates. Yes, regular expressions. Yes, we have to discuss about this. Okay. So regular expressions is pending. This is the most important topic. So actually we discussed about regular expressions, right? In last session we discussed regular expressions. And we implemented a small regular expression for Indian mobile number. Isn't it? So now it's time to do the form validation by using the regular expressions here. So I'm going to open my coding part. So that is Visual Studio Code. So let me remove the stuff available in this body part, and I'm going to delete this one also. So here I'm going to use a form element, a form. In that form I'm going to create an input element. It is input type equals to number. I'm going to use number. So this is for mobile number. So placeholder, that is mobile number. Alright. So this is the mobile number. So we have to enter the Indian mobile number only. That is very important. So let me save this and execute in the browser once. So yes, this is the project, and yes, index.html. So open with Google Chrome. Now this is the mobile number field, and we have to enter the mobile number only. So we have to write the validation code for this. So I'm going to use onChange event here. I'm going to use onChange event. onChange. onChange means when we are going to change the value of it. onChange, and we have to pass a function. So the function is check mobile number. So check mobile number is a function, and we use the check mobile number function here. So, and we have to write that check mobile number condition or logic in the script elements. So because that is a function, right? So I'm going to use function and check mobile number. Alright. So check mobile number, and we have to get the value from this. So whatever the value we are going to enter, we have to get it out first. I'm going to use var mobile number, so which was entered by the user, mobile number, equals to, I'm going to use document dot get element by id. We need to create an id here, so I'm going to create an id. So that is id equals to mobile. I just used an id and I'm going to use the id here. What is the id? That is mobile. So if you want to get the value, from this input, we have to use value property. It is value. So whichever value we are going to enter in the text box, that is input box, that will be accessible by this variable mobile number. So let me check whether the mobile number is accessed by this variable or not. So let me print the console. Let me print the statement by using console.log. Here I am going to print mobile number. Alright. So let me save this and execute in the browser. So this is the document. So where is it? This is the document, and I'm going to use console here. So this is the console, right? So I'm going to enter the value. So here I'm going to enter 6. Yes, this is not accessible. Yes, this is not. This is accessible. So this is accessible. When we are going to enter, that value will be displayed here. So it's better to use on key up event. On key up means when we are going to click on a specific key from the keyboard, that will be activated. The event will be triggered. Let me use on key up function here. On key up. On key up function. On key up, when we are going to key up, after pressing we have to key up, right? So in that situation we will get this, the event will be triggered. So let me refresh and let me enter 8. Yes, we are able to see this. So the number of values we are going to enter, that values will be displayed here. So this is fine. We are able to see that result here. Now it's time to check the validation. So we know how to use a regular expression. So now it is not necessary for now, and I'm going to create a regular expression where reg underscore mobile. For this is for mobile. So we know how to use the regular expression. We have to use slashes, and in that slashes we have to define the regular expression. So the first value, will be starting with the specified values. Those are starting from 0 to 9, and we have to use the count. So we have at least one numerical value. Those are starting from 6 to 9, and similarly we have to use another index, that is 0 to 9. Those values must and should have 10 characters. 9 characters. This is ending, so we need to use the dollar symbol. Now let me check the condition here. So what is the condition? So we have to check this condition. Alright, so for that what we have to do, so we have to use reg underscore mobile dot test. We have to use test function, isn't it? So this regular expression is correct or not? So 6 to 9, that's fine. 1 character, that is count. Everything is fine. Everything is fine, but the color code is completely different here. Okay. So the test off. So what we have to check, the mobile number. So we have to use mobile number. First of all, let me use the console.log statement, whether we are getting proper result or not. console.log, and I'm going to check this. Alright, so let me save this and execute in the browser once. Nine, that is false. 88, 455, 655, 4, that is true. So this is exact mobile number. This is exact mobile number, right? So we are able to see true condition here. Alright. So now we have to do the validations here. So we need not use the console.log statement again. So what we have to do, we have to indicate by using any kind of other color codes. So what we have to do, I'm going to create a span element, or I'm going to use document.getElement by ID. So that is document dot get element by ID. So here I'm going to use the ID, that is mobile, and I'm going to apply style to this. Style dot border. We have to use border. Border means we are going to apply styles to that. So document.getElement by ID, style.border. So we know the syntax of the border. So 1px and solid, and that is red color. So we have to display the border red when we are able to see the false statement here. So for that reason, what we have to do, so we used a console.log statement, right? So again, in if condition, I'm going to use reg underscore mobile dot test, and we have to pass the mobile number as a parameter. This is the syntax, right? So we have to use mobile number, and if this condition satisfies, then we have to display same kind of information, this document.getElement by ID, but we have to use green color background, green color border. So I'm going to remove this red and I would like to replace with green. Similarly, this is for else part. So when we are not able to match the regular expression with a given mobile number, then we can display the value in red color, the border in red color. So let me check this once. Refresh. We need not to use the console again. So this is okay. And I'm going to use 988. No, the event is not calling here. So let me check the console. Yes, this is happening, but it will take most time. 64. This is red color. 98. Now this is green color. So we can observe that. So regular reg underscore mobile test mobile number. Yes, we are going to test it, and we are able to see the result here. That is green color. So we are able to see the green color background, but we are not able to observe the exact scenario for this. So what we have to do, we have to use a span element, or any kind of other divisions for better understanding. So I would like to use a span element. So I'm going to use a break element, break, and I'm going to create a span, and I would like to use ID. The ID is message. I'm going to use a message. That's it. Alright. So this is ID message. So what we have to do, so we have to use the span ID here, document.getElement by ID, and we need to use the ID here. So what is the ID? That is message. Message is the ID. And what we have to do, so style dot background. I'm going to use background. Style dot background, that is green. I'm going to use green color background. That's it. And I'm going to display a new element a new element in this. So I'm going to use this again, and dot, I'm going to use text content equals to valid mobile number. Otherwise, we have to use the same kind of statements again for the else part. So let me use this, and here the background is red. Background is red, and what we have to do, we have to display invalid mobile number. Invalid mobile number. So that's what we have to do. Let me recheck that again. So if I wish to use multiple styles to document, yes, we have to create a class, and based on that we can apply the class name to that. So I will tell you that also, don't worry about it. So let me use this document. I'm going to create mobile number. So here we are not able to call that. So let me, in the console, if any error is there, can't read property style of null, check mobile number. Yes, so this is a null value, right? Span id equals to message, yes, this is message. So we spell it wrong, that is the reason we are not able to get the output. Okay, that is message, and refresh it again, and I'm going to use 5, invalid mobile number. So this is invalid mobile number, and I'm going to use 9100456768. Now this is valid mobile number. So we're able to check this here. So we just used the validations, and we used some kind of color codes. So this is how we are going to do the validations based on a form, or this is for a mobile number, just for a mobile number. So for better understanding, we have to use 2 more break tags. So I just used 1 break tag here for getting gap between this. Let me cross check this. Let me enter the mobile number. So 91, this is invalid mobile number, 00345678. That is valid mobile number. So if you want to apply multiple styles to this, how we're going to do that? Okay, definitely. So we have to use style.css. In the style.css, we have to mention. So what is that? So for example, I'm going to use dot success message. I'm going to use success message, and here I'm going to use background that is green. All right, so that is green, and the padding. So we have to use the padding. The padding is 1%, and I'm going to use border radius. Border radius, that is 20 px, 0 px, 20 px again, and 0 px. That's it. And similarly, we need to implement same kind of styles for the error message. So I'm going to use error message. So that is error message, and we need to change this color to red. Or I'm going to use warning. So that is orange. Alright, so we are using orange here. So this is for error message. So, and let me refresh this, and so we have to use these colors, use these classes to this. So I'm going to use style. So this is the style, right? I'm going to use the class. So we have to use class list dot add. We can use multiple classes to this. So the class name is success message. So the class name is success message, and here the class name is the error message. So we have to use class list dot add, and that is error message. All right. So let me save this and execute in the browser again. So refresh. Now I'm going to enter. Yes, we're able to see the invalid mobile number. All right. So 988-488-789 and 5. So this is valid mobile number, but we're not able to see the green color here. So what happened? So we just used add success message SUCCESSMESSAG. All right. Class list dot add SUCCESSMESSAG. That's it. So let me recheck this once. 988-588-4858. So again, yes, we have to refresh this, right? So we just do some kind of we did some kind of modifications. So 8765432313. Now this is also valid mobile number, but we are not able to apply the color code. That is success message. So let me check the elements. What will happen here? The elements. So we are going to apply the error message here. Class, yes, this is the reason. Yes. So because it's happened, initially we are going to apply the error message to this. And again we are adding the success message. So first of all, we have to remove this error message from this. So for that, what we have to do, we have to use class list and we have to use the remove function. So this is for removing a class. So what is the class we are going to remove? That is error message. Error message. So very similar to this, we have to use the same kind of function in the else part also. Here we have to remove the success message. So this is what we have to do. So let me save this once and execute in browser again. And 988-567-5432. Yes, now it's fine. So this is a valid mobile number. So this is how we're going to provide validations to the form directly. Yes, message spelling. Yes, I rechecked this. I corrected just now. So is this clear, everyone? How we're going to use the regular expression in the real-time projects? Yes, it's clear. If you want the code, I will share the code also. Yes, it's clear to everyone. So if you want to code, I will show the code. No, I will paste the code in this document which we are providing. If you are share the, yes, definitely, I will paste the code in the document. So which we are using daily. This is the index.html, right? So like to paste entire code from the bottom. So this is the HTML part. This is the HTML part. So I'm going to use this is the HTML part here. The next one is script. This is the scripting part, JavaScript. So this is a scripting part. So please explain regular expression for what? So which regular expression you want? So just observe the code once. Now I'm audible. Rajesh sir, are you there?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Thank you. Thank you. What about the screen? Is my screen visible now? Yes, yes. Screen not, wait for two. Yes, yes. Screen is not visible. Screen disappeared. And how to validate the OTP character now? Wow. Okay, that's fine. OTP validation. How to generate OTP? Wow. Screen not visible. That's fine. Okay. So nowadays, all the company needs or any profile creation, mobile number is verified with OTP. Wow. So what we have to do, how to generate a OTP? So OTP validation. So for that, what we have to do, we have to send a OTP to the mobile number, right? So we have to provide the SMS service also. So when we are going to use the SMS service, then only we can send OTPs as a message. So this is a static, right? So this is a static website. So we are not able, sir, how to check whether the number is real or not? Oh, so that is not exactly correct. You're not able to do that. So if the number is already exist in the real-time environment, we have to get some kind of APIs. So that is not possible for any company also. So we can check whether the number is valid or not, but we are not able to check whether the number is exist or not. That is very critical because we need to get information from all the network providers, all the service providers. That is not that much of easy. So we can write only front end part. Screen is not visible. So just check your internet access once again. It's visible. So most of the cases we have to check the password strength. So that is one of the important aspect. Check your yes, yes. Okay. So now it's time to check the yes password validation. So that is also one of the important aspect. So here we have to cover uh, a few more validations. So I'm going to create new form control. That's fine, right? So here I'm going to use a comment. So I'm going to mention the password should have lowercase letters, and the second one, the password should have the uppercase letter, a numerical value, and the special symbols like uh, at least one special character. So we have to define the special characters also. So we know the special characters. What are the different kinds of special characters? So that is it's a not symbol, and we need to use at symbol and hash. So dollar. These are the special characters, and the password length must and should have 8 characters long. Must and should have 8 characters. So these validations we have to implement in the regular expression now. So the first one is password should have lowercase letters. So we have to write the regular expression for this. So yes, I'm going to create another password field here. So that is input type equals to, so we have to use password, and placeholder, that is password. Alright. So again we are going to use another function, that is on key up. On key up. So we have to use a function here. So the function is check password. Check password. So and the ID for this is password. That's it, and I'm going to use a break. Alright. So we have to implement the span elements. So whatever it may be, we will check it out later, but we have to implement the regular expression first. So what is the function here? That is check password. So I'm going to implement the function, that is check password. Alright. And we have to implement the regular expression. So reg for password. Right. This is where reg underscore password equals to, we have to implement the regular expression for this. So we have to use starting character and we have to use ending. So we know the password must and should have at least the first condition. It is password should have lowercase letters. So what we have to do, so first of all we have to implement the lowercase letters. So for that, so it may aware visible anywhere, so it should have at least one special character, one lowercase letter, right? So it's better to use star, and we have to provide A to Z, A to Z. Alright, so this is one property, so we have to match this one property. So let me check this. So we should have at least one lowercase letter. That is the reason we implemented this. And we have to use question mark because we can use anywhere this one. So question mark. So at least one character, right? Okay. So let me use this one. That's it. And let me recheck this whether this condition is matching or not. So console.log, and I'm going to use reg underscore password dot test, and we have to call this value. So that is document get element by id. So that is password. So I'm going to use this statement. So this is password, right? Password document.getElement by ID, that is password. That's it. So we are going to check this. That is password. Okay. So let me refresh the browser. This is the password field. So let me check this from the console. So regular expression, nothing to repeat. To check password, invalid regular expression. Check password. Okay, let me recheck this. Invalid regular expression. Everything is fine. Invalid regular expression. So here we get this. Dollar. So we use dollar again. Yes, we used a star symbol. So let me remove the star symbol first. That's fine. True. So we are entering the regular expressions. That's fine. And I just entered the false value. Yes, I am going to enter the multiple values, but we are able to see that is false. Okay. So for that, what we have to do, so we have to use at least one lowercase letter. So what we have to do, so we have to use optional. So optional means that is question mark, and let me use equals to. So here we have to use plus symbol. So definitely we have to use plus symbol here. So plus symbol means one or more. So let me save this and execute it again. So I'm going to use WE. No, this is also false. So we are able to see the false as a result here. So let me use star here. So let me use, yes, here also we are able to see the false statement again. So why we are getting false statement here? Let me cross check this one again. So we are using cap symbol and we are using question mark, and we used equal symbol dot star. That's fine. A to Z. So A to Z. Okay, let me refresh. This is the correct one. False statement. So why we are getting the false statement here? So let me use another condition. So for example, so let me use the capital letters also. So Again we have to use same condition, that is question mark and equals to dot, and we have to use star symbol. Again we have to use capital A to capital Z. Alright, so this is the another regular expression. So we have to combine all these two. So what we have to do, we have to use yes, parentheses for these two. So let me save this. So this all this category is one condition, right? So let me refresh and check this. Yes, again false. Here also we are able to see false statement. Everything is fine. So here we are using A to Z, that's fine, and we are using capital A to capital Z, that is also fine. So reg underscore password, that test password, but we are able to see the false statement here. So password should have lowercase letters, uppercase letter. Yes, that's fine. So mustn't should starts with the lowercase letter. So let me use the lowercase letter first. This is the false statement. So the regular expression is wrong here. So let me cross check this one. Star symbol A to Z, everything is fine. Again we used capital A, capital Z, that is also fine. So why we are not able to get this? So we just used cap symbol. So let me use regexp once. So we already discussed regexp, right? So let me use regexp once equals to, and I'm going to use new regexp, and here I'm going to mention this one. So we have to use all this data in double quotations. So double quotation, and this is also double quotation, right? So now let me check this again. Again we are able to see false as the result. So now open the coding part. Okay, let me use R condition, because so we can have A to Z, that is small case letters or numbers also. So let me use R symbol, it is pipe symbol. Again I'm going to use two conditions. The first one is, so we have to use question mark equals to dot. So we have to match with the small case letters first. So that is A to Z. A to Z, that's fine. And similarly the next one is we have to use the numbers also, because we included the numerical value. So again we need to use question mark equal to symbol dot star, and we have to use 0 to 9. So 0 to 9. All right. So this is one alternative. Again, what we have to do, we have to use another R symbol, because the password maybe starts with a capital letter also. I'm going to use a pipe symbol again. So here we have to use capital letter. So again, I'm going to use question mark equals to dot, and we have to use star symbol. Here we have to use capital letters, that is capital A to capital Z. That's fine. So maybe the password can start with the capital letter also. Here also we have to use the numerical values. I'm going to use the numerical values here too. So that is equal to, yes, question mark equals to dot, and we have to use star symbol. So again we have to mention 0 to 9. So that is fine. So what we are going to do here, so we just using the password must and should have at least one alphabet letter. So maybe the password should start with small letters. After that may have the capital letters. Similarly, small letters after the numbers, very similar to this capital letters after the numbers. So this is we added the regular expression here. So similarly, we have to use the numerical values too. So maybe the password must and should start with maybe the password starts with the numerical values also. So for that we have to use the numerical values also. So let me recheck this once again and execute. Yes, false statement. So let me use numerical values. Yes, we are able to see the true values, because we need to enter the number of characters here. So here, what is the length here? So first of all, each and every condition must and should satisfy these conditions, whether it should have the small case letter or capital letter, and this is also lowercase letter and numerical value, and this is capital letter and the numerical value. So finally we have to include, maybe the password starts with the numerical value also. So we have to include the condition 2 here. So that is fine. We have to mention the number of characters we are going to use. So that is also very, very important here. So first of all, we have to mention all the stuff in one regular expression. So I used another parenthesis because all this comes under one regular expression. Similarly, we have to use, so if you observe this, we are using length must and should have 8 characters. So each and every condition is having so two matches here. So first one is either lowercase or uppercase. And the second one is either lowercase or numerical value. The third one is either uppercase or the numerical value. So finally we have to mention, so each and every regular expression is having that matches at least 2 characters, that is uppercase, lowercase numerical value, uppercase numerical value. So again we have to match to 8 characters. So the remaining characters are 6. So we have to use question mark dot symbol, and we have to use equal to symbol, and here we have to mention, that is number of characters, that is 6. Yes. Okay, let me save this and execute in the browser again. So I'm going to use, yes, we got an error. regular expression, invalid group. So new regular expression. So what is that? Invalid group. So question mark. This is fine. Everything is fine. So this is the problem with the ending character, I think. So let me remove this and execute. Still we are facing this error. It is invalid regular expression. Okay, let me recheck this once again. So if I want to remove this, what will happen? I would like to remove the last condition. Maybe the error comes with this condition. I would like to remove this and recheck this one again. So we have to use yes. Now it's fine. So because the condition must and should starts with the given characters. Okay, it's fine. So it's working fine. And here we have to mention. So this is one group and we have to mention the length of it. So we have to mention the length of it. Again, I would like to use the same condition. So question mark equals to this dot symbol and we used equal to symbol and we used 6 also. So let me remove this. Okay, so now let me check this once again and refresh. So the characters must and should have 8 characters length now. So I'm going to use no. So we have to show the false statement here. So let me remove this one once again. So this is complex. No, this is also false statement. So we have to use comma. Yes, okay. So let me use this one. Yes, it's fine. So we used to have at least 8 characters length, right? So question mark, that's fine, equals to, and we used 6 characters length. That is also fine. and okay, no problem. So let me use 8 directly. What will happen? So we are using 8 characters length, right? So mustard should have 8 characters length. And I'm going to refresh this, and I'm going to use. So again, it's getting true only. So even we are going now. So so let me give. Let me use braces here, parenthesis, and would like to give 8 here. So that is 8 characters length, and save this and refresh it again. So again we are going to see that error. So we need not to use this parenthesis here. So let me refresh, and so it's matching, but we have to use only 8 characters length only, but it matches the maximum value also. So this is the correct syntax. So let me use question mark equals to and dot symbol, and after this we have to mention the range. So that is, so we have to mention the 6 only. So let me use 8 instead of it, and save this and execute. Yes, how many characters length it is? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, yes, now it's matching. Now it's matching. This is the exact syntax. So here we mentioned the 8 because this is the exact. So we have the characters length mustard should have 8 characters. Let me increment this one. Even also it is incremented. So let me use 8 comma 8 once again. So let me use the characters. Again it is also increased. So what is the wrong here? So we used 8 comma 8. It's fine. But the minimum range is matching. The string mustard should have 8 characters length. So if I'm going to use 6 instead of it, 6 to 8. No, 6 only. So because we already mentioned the two conditions for each and every regular expression by using or statement. So I'm using 6 here. So let me recheck this. Yes, we are able to see this. We're able to see the true only. So we have to match for 8 characters. The length of 8 characters only. So what we did here, so we just used 6. That's it. And let me use the maximum length, that is 8. That's also fine. And I'm going to use. No, this is also wrong statement. So there is a mistake in this code. So the entire regular expression is okay, but okay, 6 to 8, that's fine. Okay, we will discuss about this tomorrow because the time is already 6:30, right? So 6:35. So the time is already 6:35. So don't worry. Yes, regex. So we can use like this, Narendra, but we have to match all the cases, right? So we need to use R symbols most of the cases. So hyphen W, yes, this is also fine. So yes. Anand is also responded. That is, we have to use A to Z. Yes, that is also fine. But this is very simplistic, right? So we have to use maybe the condition maybe starts with capital letter, maybe the small case letter. So if you mention like this, the condition must and should start with the lowercase letter. After that, we have to use the numerical value. So that is the reason I'm using number of R statements between them. So Janardhan is also responded. What is that? So yes, question mark equals to dot. Okay, we can use digit also. So that's what we have to try again. So A to Z and capital. Yes. This is also fine, Janardhan. So maybe the password starts with the numerical value. Maybe the password starts with a lowercase letter. So we don't know whether the user giving a specific value, whatever it may be. So the string or the password must and should have one lowercase letter, one capital letter, one numerical value at least, and a special symbol. Along with it should have at least 8 characters length. No, at most and at least 8 characters length. So that is the criteria here we are using. So that is the reason I'm using number of R symbols between the each and every condition. Okay, so we will do this later tomorrow. Definitely we will rectify this, because the time is already 6:37. That is near to 7. So okay, so let me wind up the session for today, and we'll continue tomorrow. So don't worry. Again, we will solve this problem again tomorrow.